Yes, people. This is like a quad of content. I haven't done that in ages. Started off with a little bit of a mental spike this morning. It gradually got worse as the day progressed. But this last one is from a commenter. I've been looking through some of the comments. I've not had time to look through all of them. And there's one by a Corn Mega 74. I would advise you to talk to black people from all walks of life to understand what they go through. Being rich doesn't mean there's no racism or famous. I notice that your subscribers are mainly white, and what you say always gives them comfort as it provides justification for their indifference to non-whites. Being white doesn't make it harder in this world to get by, but being black does. Just look around the world at the inequality. To say you don't see it because you are okay and the people around you are okay is a tad bit ignorant. If it was a statue of Jimmy Savile, would you be in support of it still being there, or would you want it taken down, as he has done a lot for good charity for the country? Black Lives Matter doesn't mean that white lives don't matter. Of course all lives matter, but all lives cannot matter without black lives mattering too. So let me start from the beginning, right? I mean, thank you to this guy anyway, or lady. Most people would be just probably, I'm assuming this person is coming from a position of being black. So, you know, probably gone through a lot of experiences that I have, maybe more so, maybe less so. So appreciation for at least not coming off the bat and calling me an Uncle Tom, that's one thing. So I would advise you to talk to black people from all walks of life. Well, I'm 50 years of age. I've come from that stock of having gone through all walks of life, experiencing all walks of life, meeting all walks of life, seeing it, being a part of it, living it, breathing it, shitting it. I've had it all. I've had the names, I've had the love, I've had the helping hands, and I've had the people that don't even want to look me in the eye. I've had the people that will particularly do wrong by me because of the colour of my skin, but at the same time I've got to balance it out as if to say, well, I would not be where I am now if it wasn't for one, that probably happening, my mental strength and being able to work through it, and still two, navigating that, being positive throughout all this and not ultimately going on the flip side of what negativity is shown to you. That to me is the ultimate. Being rich doesn't mean there's no racism or famous. If the racism was truly at the level that people are trying to portray in Black Lives Matter, you wouldn't be in the position to be rich. You wouldn't be in the position where more jobs are becoming available for anyone of any skin colour to progress in life. He certainly wouldn't. So then I go back to the severe justification of what they regard as Black Lives Matter. All lives matter, because there will be systemic failings and discrimination regardless of colour, regardless of age, regardless of sex. There's so many different facets of life that are going through what is being stifled, what is being oppressed. Doesn't it say something that someone can really work their way through them ranks, navigate themselves through that, and then beam out and project positivity that then shows to the other people below that are wanting to come out, that are wondering why they don't get anywhere in life, to show them not only is there oppression that you can work through, but at the same time, you've got your own personal journey as well in order to do it. I don't let it hold me back. Going back to the experiences part, I'm an individual, so I can only talk off my individual experiences. I can't put words in other people's mouths. They can either resonate or they don't resonate as a black person or as a white person. So ultimately, it don't really matter what subscribers I have. It's about whether they resonate with the message I've got. And I'm not trying to be a hero for the white population. I'm not trying to be a hero for the black population. at the same time, to promote almost what is looking like the Robert Mugabe school of protesting is not the way to get any change. And like I've said in previous videos, if you do look back over the past 30 years, we've had massive changes for the better. Massive. Now there's still way to go, but at the same time, there's disparaging and disenfranchising parts of life that is going on with all elements, all demographics, all people. So same again, it's whether you want to hold that victimhood mentality. I mean, the one thing I will say in regards to this, all walks of life, I have been heavily involved in what is the urban soul, street soul, R&B, hip-hop scene. I give it up in 2005, 2006 because I started a family, because I started to pursue my career as a painter and decorator. I was working in studios, I've released records, I've worked on radio stations, both pirate and RSL radio stations. I've even worked on 100% legitimate radio stations. So to say that, or intimate, that I need to get a wider scope of what's going on in black society, and I can see it. But I can also see within black society, just like within white society, that if either of them put the victimhood cap on, I can see the flaws within that. And I'm neither. So I'm a person that it don't matter what the colour of my skin is. It's like people keep saying, it's Martin Luther King, it's content of character. My success is ultimately determined on the content of my character, not the colour of my skin. That's all I think. When I walk round, I'm ultimately uber aware of the colour of my skin, and I'm uber aware of the people I interact with of their colour of the skin. But the way I interact, the way I engage, it is colourless. And you'll find that you have different conversations when you approach like that. So because I've not felt disenfranchised, because I've not immersed myself in what is a subculture, then when it comes to actually me engaging with all walks of life, I don't find it a problem. Whereas whether you've had people that are white or black, there's been an element where both of them could have immersed themselves in a subculture that has then found it difficult to interact with other demographics. So that says a lot about the individual and the subculture as much as it does about the racist society that you try to project. In terms of the Jimmy Savile statue, fucking right, I'd pull it down. And I don't think anyone on this channel would actually say any different at all. There's many statues, but what I would also say is, as well as you're going to look at the negative statues that make you want to think of, you know, colonization and slave trade and whatnot, and then think of them negative connotations that take you back to the subculture in your own mind, stay fucking levitated. Think of all the monuments that now celebrate the black culture. Think of the ways that this country is trying to say that they adhere to what has gone on in the past. They celebrate the cultural differences. They engage. They love it. Some people may not. You're going to get that with all walks of life. One thing I will end it with. This person was saying that inequalities all around the world. I totally agree with you. But I'm not talking about inequalities all around the world. I'm talking about an organisation that has definitely got a Marxist agenda, that has got Antifa fucking riddled all round it, that is then seeping into the consciousness of black people in order to take the fight up against white people, and that is unjustified in this country. Now, when it comes to inequalities around the world, yeah, I'll stand with you, and most of my subbers will. But let's get it straight. In this country, all lives matter. So we can't say black lives, but of course it means all lives. No, all fucking lives matter. All people who are abused matter. All people who are discriminated matter. Full fucking stop. And when you start talking like that, then you'll see the inequality start to level itself out. If you're going to do this over and over again, you're going to create a bigger subculture. You're going to create bigger animosity around. It's for both sides to really realise that. But I appreciate the person who's actually put that comment out. Thank you again. I'm just on my ride near Ashton somewhere, Ashton Basin. It's mint, loving it. Just chilling out. Red Pill Phil, I love you all, even the pissing haters.